Shemu'El, Sheniy. 2 Samuel 15. And it came to pass after this, that Absalom prepared him chariots and horses, and 50 men to run before him. And Absalom rose up early, and stood beside the way of the gate. And it was so, that when any man that had a controversy came to the king for judgment, then Absalom called unto him, and said, Of what city are you? And he said, Your servant is of the tribes of Yasharel. And Absalom said unto him, See, your matters are good and right, but there is no man deputed of the king to hear you. Absalom said, Moreover, O that I were made judge in the land, that every man which has any suit or cause might come unto me, and I would do him justice. And it was so, that when any man came nigh to him to do him obeisance, he put forth his hand, and took him, and kissed him. And on this manner did Absalom to all Yasharel that came to the king for judgment. So Absalom stole the hearts of the men of Yasharel. And it came to pass after 40 years, that Absalom said unto the king, I pray you, let me go and pay my vow, which I have vowed unto Yahuwah in Chevron. For your servant vowed a vow while I abode at Geshur in Aram, saying, If Yahuwah shall bring me again indeed to Yerushalayim, then I will serve Yahuwah. And the king said unto him, Go in peace. So he arose and went to Chevron. But Absalom sent spies throughout all the tribes of Yasharel, saying, As soon as ye hear the sound of the shofar, then ye shall say, Absalom reigns in Chevron. And when Absalom went 200 men out of Yerushalayim that were called, and they went in their simplicity, and they knew not anything. And Absalom sent for Ahithophel the Giloni, David's counselor, from his city, even from Gilo, while he offered the sacrifices. And the conspiracy was strong, for the people increased continually with Absalom. And there came a messenger to El David, saying, The hearts of the men of Yasharel are after Absalom. And David said unto all his servants that were with him at Yerushalayim, Arise, and let us flee, for we shall not else escape from Absalom. Make speed to depart, lest he overtake us suddenly, and bring this evil upon us, and smite the city with the edge of the sword. And the king's servants said unto the king, Behold, your servants are ready to do whatsoever my lord the king shall appoint. And the king went forth, and all his household after him. And the king left 10 women, which were concubines, to keep the house. And the king went forth, and all the people after him, and tarried in a place that was far off. And all his servants passed on beside him, and all the Kerathim, and all the Pelathim, and all the Gittim, 600 men which came after him from Gath, passed on before the king. Then said the king to Ittai, the Gittite, Wherefore go you also with us? Return to your place, and abide with the king, for you are a stranger, and also an exile. Whereas you came but yesterday, should I this day make you go up and down with us? Seeing I go whither I may, return you, and take back your brethren. Mercy and truth be with you. And Ittai answered the king and said, As Yahuwah lives, and as my lord the king lives, surely in what place my lord the king shall be, whether in death or life, even there also will your servant be. And David said to Ittai, Go and pass over. And Ittai the Gittite passed over, and all his men, and all the little ones that were with him. And all the country wept with a loud voice, and all the people passed over. The king also himself passed over the brook Kidron, and all the people passed over toward the way of the wilderness. And lo, Zadok also, and all the Leviim were with him, bearing the ark of the covenant of Elohim. And they set down the ark of Elohim, and Abiathar went up, until all the people had done passing out of the city. And the king said unto Zadok, Carry back the ark of Elohim into the city. If I shall find favor in the eyes of Yahuwah, he will bring me again, and show me both it and his habitation. But if he thus say, I have no delight in you, behold, here am I. Let him do to me as seems good unto him. The king said also unto Zadok the priest, Are not you a seer? Return into the city in peace, and your 2 sons with you, Ahimaaz your son, and Jehonathan the son of Abiathar. See, I will tarry in the plain of the wilderness, until there come word from you to certify me. Zadok therefore and Abiathar carried the ark of Elohim again to Jerusalem, and they tarried there. And David went up by the ascent of Mount Olivet, and wept as he went up, and had his head covered, and he went barefoot, and all the people that was with him covered every man his head, and they went up, weeping as they went up. And one told David, saying, Ahithophel is among the conspirators with Absalom. And David said, O Yahuwah, I pray you, turn the counsel of Ahithophel into foolishness. And it came to pass that when David was come to the top of the mount, where he worshipped Elohim, behold, Cushai the Archi came to meet him with his coat rent, and earth upon his head. Unto whom David said, If you pass on with me, then you shall be a burden unto me. But if you return to the city, and say unto Absalom, I will be your servant, O king, as I have been your father's servant hitherto, so will I now also be your servant. Then may you for me defeat the counsel of Ahithophel. And have you not there with you Zadok and Abiathar the priest? Therefore it shall be, that what things soever you shall hear out of the king's house, you shall tell it to Zadok and Abiathar the priest. Behold, they have there with them their 2 sons, Ahimaaz, Zadok's son, and Jehonathan, Abiathar's son. And by them ye shall send unto me everything that ye can hear. So Cushai, David's friend, came into the city, and Absalom came into Jerusalem.